Broadcasting live worldwide.
98.7 Red Dirt Rebel, Oklahoma's home for Red Dirt. Ray Cade with you with another exclusive interview with Chaser Crouch. We're going to be talking about what's going on with him and debuting his single, FM Station. And it's all going to be brought to you by the Billingsley family of dealerships. Find one near you today at BillingsleyUSA.com. And you can also check out the awesome services that they provide for your vehicle to keep it in tip-top shape, and they have a vast amount of inventory you can check out as well. Celebrating 60 years of the Billingsley Way standard of excellence in customer service before, during, and after the sale. Make sure you check them out today. And Residence Inn by Marriott on 1111 East I-240 Service Road in Oklahoma City. No matter if you're having a staycation or a conference meeting, Dean Johnson and his talented staff will take care of you. And let me tell you, they keep that place in tip-top shape. I've been there several times, and every time I go, it's an amazing experience. Experience it today by booking at Marriott.com/OKCRI. Hey Chaser, thank you for taking the time to talk to me this afternoon. Give me a little bit of information about your background, just in case some listeners don't know about your musical journey thus far.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Chaser Crouch. My musical background, I've grew up loving music since I was a little boy. I mean, I've always had a knack for it, always played and messed around. I never thought it would come to anything like this, for sure, but here we are, from being 5 years old to not knowing a single thing about playing and singing and, annoying my parents. And my parents used to, they'd walk in my room late at night and they'd be like, "Look, I love you, but you've got to stop for the night." Like, they just couldn't bear it anymore. It was bad. But then it finally just grew into this, and I couldn't be happier where I'm at right now.
Well, Chaser, I love your song, FM Station, and you got a great voice. You got a good career ahead of you. And so now the parents are like, "Hey, play that song for us." And I like and appreciate people that are in the trenches working hard, putting out great music for our stations to play. And I pride myself in making sure that the Rebel plays any and everybody that's out there working hard. And you, sir, are definitely working hard. So what kind of projects you got in the can for this year and that you're going to release and things of that nature, and kind of your touring ideas as well?
Well, I've got a couple songs that I've been tinkering with, that I've been trying to finish out writing. Got some starts. I've always been able to start a song pretty well. I just have a problem filling in the rest of it. I can get the first verse, maybe the chorus or something, and it's just, filling in the rest of it. But I've got a couple in the works right now. I have another song that's finished that hopefully I'll be releasing sometime in the summer. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure exactly yet. I might re-record it. They might go through it again. But as far as touring and anything, I'm not real sure. I'm doing what I can right now, playing gigs every weekend. I mean, I'm hitting, on an average, probably 2 to 3 gigs a weekend, and I'll do stuff during the week and everywhere. So, I mean, I'm just going to keep going with what I got going, and hopefully when the time's right, we'll step it up even more.
Well, Chaser, you're off to a good start, and hey, you're working every weekend. Some people are just not even in that realm yet, so I'm proud of you for doing that. So I'm not going to let people wait any longer. I'm excited to hear FM Station. So what we're going to do real quick, we're going to take a break, get a word from our sponsors, and then we're going to spin FM Station, and we'll come back and recap a little bit and then get people to know how to get a hold of you. How's that sound?
That sounds good to me.
All right, you're listening to 98.7 Red Dirt Rebel, Oklahoma's home for Red Dirt. Exclusive interview with Chaser Crouch. We'll be right back. Top Branch Tree Service is the best in the Southwest at 785-375-2023. Oklahoma weather can be unpredictable and tree damage could happen. But when it does, you got a professional who is bonded, licensed, and will help you remove shrubbery, tree removal, stump removal, pest inside the trees. Jordan Creer, owner and operator, he will do it all. Give him a call today, 785-375-2023. That number one more time, 785-375-2023. Top Branch Tree Service gets the job done. Hey, it's Raven K with 98.7 Red Dirt Rebel, and I want you to be able to go to more shows, more events this year, and also have a way to request songs and stay in the loop with everything going on here at the Rebel. That number is 580-370-7559. That number one more time, 580-370-7559.
Sitting here and I'm thinking about you, wondering where you've been, what you're going through. Are you down there in the Lone Star State, dancing like the neon moon? Are you over there at the Cadillac bar, singing your heart out like a country star? Are you up there at Old Cheyenne, waiting on your next big run in the sand? Or are you looking for that new cowboy to steal your heart with a gold buckle? And my mind's racing like that FM station, pulling me back to you. But my heart is telling me this is through. Bartender, I'll have another round, make sure it's got a double shot of Crown, 'cause that's what I need to get over her now. And just what happens in a small town, you fall in love and your heart gets broke. You wind up sitting here all alone. And my mind's racing like that FM station, pulling me back to you. And my heart is telling me that all of this is through. Time heals wounds, that's what they tell you. And I finally think that this is true. 'Cause now my mind's racing like that FM station, searching for something new. And my heart is telling me that I will make it through. Yeah, my heart is telling me I will make it through. Sitting here not thinking about you, I don't care where you've been, what you're going through.
And we're back with 98.7 Red Dirt Rebel, Oklahoma's home for Red Dirt. Still talking to Chaser Crouch, and that song you heard was FM Station, his current single, and he's got some plans to release some things a little bit later on, and we'll recap that real quick, Chaser, just in case people are now tuning in. So you said in an earlier segment that you got some things in the can, and you're possibly releasing some work this summer, and you're working pretty much constantly on the weekends. So how people can get a hold of you, and just recap kind of what you got in your mind.
Well, so my main source of, I guess, contact with people is through Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
you can look me up on Chaser Crouch Music at Facebook, and I have an Instagram as well, but my Facebook stays up to date more. I post a lot more on Facebook, all my upcoming shows and what I got going on. I post a lot of my everyday life and what I'm doing during the week when I'm not at gigs, whether it's, feeding my cows or, helping my parents out with, whatever they need help with, and then, working. So
yeah, I understand.
I got a lot of stuff going on other than music, and you can really find out a lot about me on Facebook, and like I said, it's all my upcoming shows. Pretty simple. I have a web page as well, and I'm not sure if it's same thing, Chaser Crouch Music. I haven't been on there in a while, so I don't know how up to date it is. I think we might have overlooked it a little bit because we've used Facebook so much for contacting people or people contacting us. But yep, just Chaser Crouch Music. You can look me up anywhere.
All right. Well, Chaser, is that booking information on your Facebook and Instagram too?
Yes, it's all my bookings are on there that I have coming up. I generally post like a month. What all I have the next month or so, I'll post all my gigs for the weekends, whatever. And then just if you want to book something, you can message me right through Facebook, and then we'll get with you as soon as we can.
All right, I like it. I like the one-stop shop, man. And I like that you're sharing that your everyday life. I mean, because, at the end of the day, yes, you have a cool job and you want it to grow and be big. But at the same time, at the end of the day, we're all the same people. We got jobs, we got lives. And it's good that you tap into that and share that with your fans and your listeners and supporters. I like that.
Well, for me, I've always enjoyed, obviously, I love country music, and I love, a bunch of the artists out there, and I've always enjoyed being able to, research a certain artist and just, figure it, because, you can listen to somebody's music or see a show or whatever, and you got a general idea of how that person actually is. I don't want to say whether they're cool or not, or whether they're, a nice person or not, or just, what their everyday life's like. And so I've always been curious about that with people. And so I would research, look up videos just to figure out more about that person. The person's music that I like listening to. I want to know more about them and, see what they do every day. Do we do the same stuff? Do they, whatever. So it helps somebody, bond with person easier. Especially if you're doing the same thing that other people are doing.
Yeah.
It's just kind of one of those cool factors of, and it helps with the fans, I guess you could say. I mean, the fans kind of connect with you better.
Yeah, and it's more relatable. I mean, I think it's an awesome thing that you're doing.
A lot of it, I try to write about, real stuff, stuff that I've experienced in my life that's happened to me. And because I feel like that's how music should be. I mean, it's telling a story, a fun way to listen to it. And, I had a buddy text me the other day. Well, it's been a while back. And I'd sent him one of my songs, and he had messaged me. He's like, dude, one thing I always loved about your music is, everything that you sing, you've done before. Whatever you write about it, you've done it. He knows about all, everything that I've done. And so he hears my songs, and he's like, yep, we did that before. And, it makes it more enjoyable if it's a real song, about something that actually happened that's, personal for me. And in my belief, I feel like I sing something better that's I've experienced.
Yes, sir.
That's my own words,
Yes, sir. Hey, you're on the right track, Chaser, and I look forward to what you got coming out later on in the year, and I like seeing the stories and the things that you do online. And you're not a stranger here at the Rebels, so anytime that you want to hop on and get people up to date on what's going on that you got coming out or tours or whatever, don't hesitate to give me a holler, and then we'll get that information out.
For sure.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time, for getting with me this afternoon and getting on here at True Grit at noon, and we'll talk again real soon, Chaser.
Sounds good to me.
You've been listening to Chaser Crouch exclusive interview right here on 98.7 Red Dirt Rebel, Oklahoma's home for Red Dirt, Texas, True Grit, and a little bit of outlaw country now as well. Make sure you're listening to us 12 to noon weekdays for artist interviews and that good music that you come to love while you're out working and have a little gravel in your travel.